Yes, I'm calling about your apartment for rent. Yeah, how much is it? No, wait a second. I don't think you understand. You see, I only want to rent the apartment. I don't want to buy it. I don't care how big the kitchen is. At that price, who could afford to eat? Yeah, thanks. Well, it must have been the Taj Mahal. Let's try this one. Yes. I'm calling about the apartment you have for rent that you've advertised in the paper. How much is the rent? Well, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, that'd be just fine. What's the apartment like? It's a bachelor. You mean the living room and the bedroom are one and the same? I'm sorry. We need more space than that. Damn.
I gotta tell you, Baldwin, I'm not a big fan of partnerships. I like taking it on my own. But I know a good investment when I see one.
Well, you can't lose on this one.
Yeah, this one is turning into a real dandy. And I tell you, we're lucky, we're very lucky that Senator Drake put us together.
Well, lucky for him if we pull it off, too.
We will. Don't you worry about a thing.
Listen, now that we know the government's plans for this international exposition, there seems like there must be some way that we can take advantage of that.
Oh, definitely. And we gotta do it fast as possible. Those buildings have got to go up as fast as they can.
Yeah, but
I figure that the hotel is the key thing. You see, the hotel has got to go up first. You give the people a place to live, a place to stay, and then you give them things to do. The restaurants, the clubs, the shops, and so on. That'll be in due time.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking if,
And furthermore, I think that we're fools if we don't cash in on this expo. I mean, it's like manna from heaven, Sonny. You know, it's like Uncle Sam is just dropping this business right here in our laps. And, I mean, I'm gonna make sure that we grab what we're entitled to.
Well, I would say that we're in business.
So let's start right now. Now, several of my investors, they want to meet you in person. They'd feel more confident that way if they could kind of size you up in person. And then you can tell them what you're going to do with their money.
Well, I expected as much.
Now, it's only natural. You stroke them, it can mean additional investments for future projects. I mean, these guys, they're players. And it's up to us to keep them on our team. You know what I mean?
I do.
So, a couple of days. You got a couple of days you can take off in which you can do some PR for me?
Well, I don't see why not. There's nothing keeping me here right now.
I mean, you're not married or anything, huh?
No, but I have a girlfriend, and she's looking for a place for both of us to live right now. And when I come back, maybe she'll find me a place, huh?
Well, of course. Yes. Yes, hello. I'm trying to reach the landlord. You are? Well, I just wanted to convey my deepest sympathies. I heard that one of your tenants recently passed away.
Now, where does one find a mole in Port Charles?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Now, if you were a spy, where would you hide out?
Depends on what I was after. What do we know about this guy?
Well, not even that much. I mean, for all we know, he could be a she.
It certainly narrows it down.
Well, we know that there's a mole in place. That's it.
How did you get that information?
One of our agents penetrated DVX headquarters.
All's fair, eh? A turnabout, whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the WSB has a few sleepers of its own.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so as I said, we're trying to protect a guy who's about as visible as it's possible to get.
Mm-hmm. Gerald's surrounded by at least 100 people every day.
I figure that to be faculty, students, visiting lecturers, professors, custodians, campus cops, campus workmen. Did I leave out anybody?
Campus mascot.
In a crowd, I thought even a rank amateur could get lost.
Yeah, but our friend is hardly an amateur. And you know that the DVX is going to send one of the best. I mean, coming from the most devious espionage agency in the world. He or she has got to be pretty good.
Are they better, or shall I say, worse than the WSB?
They're infinitely worse. Why, they'd slip a mole in as Gerald's mother if they could.
It's not a bad place to start.
Listen, what do we know about his family? Does he have any?
No. No, he's a widower. And we're gonna have to treat everybody as a suspect until we can track this down.
Right. And I'll start on it first thing after lunch.
Oh, can you get off tonight? It's a special mission.
What's that?
Taking a lonely WSB agent to the movies. I'm sorry. I forgot your wife's back. Well, I'm in the book.
Since when?
Since I found you. I mean, if the spirits ever willing, and your wife's out for an evening with the girls. Give me a ring.
Jimmy Lee?
Hey, lady. How was lunch?
Awful. We're barely speaking to each other.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Well, at least it's finally over.
The relationship?
The meal.
What now?
Grant has to go back to the hospital.
Great. Listen,
I'll have to go see the minister. Is there anywhere we can meet between here and there?
Oh, damn.
What?
You want to meet me now?
Yes, can't you?
Oh, no. I was just on my way to pick up some mortar. We ran out. I have to get it right back.
Well, you couldn't have a flat tire. Those things happen.
Okay, where?
In the park. You know the statue?
Yeah.
I'll be in the park waiting as soon as I can get away.
I'll be waiting for you with open arms.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Anything else?
Well, who'll be taking care of things on this end when you're gone?
You're looking at it right here. Heather Weber, D.L. Brock.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you officially.
You got good taste in right-hand men.
And in girlfriends.
Oh, relax. I don't mix business and pleasure.
Well, Heather's going to be in charge while I'm away, so if you need to get a hold of me, go through her.
Where are you going?
Well, tomorrow I'm hopping on a plane to Washington, D.C., and then I'm going up to New York, and I'm going to Baltimore, and I'm going to, where else am I going? To Newport.
Some itinerary.
Yeah,
What's the occasion?
Well, I got a kind of a PR tour. I want to kind of get in touch with investors and kind of make them happy. Nothing like making the money people happy.
Yeah, he's only going to be away a few days.
Mr. Brock's going to be staying at the Harbor Towers, so I trust that you will give him any assistance that he may need.
All right.
Good.
Good, good. First off, I want you to make some appointments for me. I want to see the mayor. I want to see the bank president. I want to see the head of the Chamber of Commerce. This James guy, he's the guy that owns the construction company, the architect. Anybody else?
That ought to get you started.
Oh, and give me a doctor.
What's the matter?
I got this tennis elbow. I've had it for years, and it's just starting to act up again and get worse. I don't know what it's all about. I'm hardly playing tennis anymore, but the pain is still there.
I'll tell you what, why don't you drop over to General Hospital and you ask for a nurse named Bobby Spencer. She's very, very nice, and I'm sure she can hook you up with one of the doctors over there.
Okay, I just may do that.
Good. In the meantime, why don't you let me buy you a drink, kind of kill the pain.
Yeah, don't I know it? That's the only medication I'm on, but I make a point of taking it regularly.
Good, good. I won't be long.
Have a good time, Doctor.
Good.
I'm looking forward to working with you, Miss Weber.
So am I.
Bye-bye.
Scott Baldwin's office? Yes. You can. That's wonderful. I'll be right over to take a look at it. Great.
Jimmy Lee.
Wait.
What's wrong?
You don't want to get dirty, do you?
Oh, desperately.
Oh, my, look at you. Now you've done it. What are you going to tell the minister?
Who cares?
You'd better.
I'll think of a good story later.
Listen, I got to go back to work. I waited for you half hour. Red's going to hit the roof.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't get away.
What happened? Grant ordered dessert?
That's not funny. Lunch was excruciating.
Well, I told you to spend it with me.
All they could do was talk about our wedding, our honeymoon plans, and I'm not even sure about the wedding.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're not going to go through with it, are you?
This is really all you want to do? Talk?
No, not really. Listen. But are you gonna marry him?
Yes.
Listen, you're gonna have to face this sometime.
Well, later. Right now, all I want to face is you.
You in trouble?
No more than usual.
I'm gonna go to work.
Tonight, Kelly,
What about your family dinner?
I'll get away.
I'll be there.
Hi. Getting a little exercise?
It looks like I'm not the only one. Have you lost your mind?
I'm beginning to wonder myself.
If you're trying to get caught, you're on the right track. Good Lord, Celia. If you want to advertise your affairs, why don't you just rent a billboard?
Seems to be going around.
What?
I don't know, trysting out in the open. Maybe it's the time of year.
Well, you're certainly not talking about me.
No. Your husband. And a very attractive blonde. Yes, right in the middle of the floating rib in broad daylight for everyone to see.
I don't believe it.
Yes, I saw them for myself. She's about medium height. She has light brown hair, quite sophisticated. Seems like she's just his type.
Did she call him Robbie?
Yes, I believe she did. I didn't know people called Robert that.
No one else does.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
No, I didn't think you cared about Robert or who he sees. What is going on between you two?
Well, 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 speak of the devil.
Oh, we missed you at dinner.
I'm sorry, Lila. An emergency came up at the hospital.
Oh, serious?
Car accident. Had to stick around and help out.
Well, it wasn't much of a family get-together anyway.
You didn't miss very much, I'm afraid.
Why? What happened?
Well, to begin with, we got back much later than we expected to.
Yes. Roy Rogers over here wanted to take a ride in the country, didn't you?
Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, with me.
Then Edward had an ELQ client who had to come to dinner, and then Celia called and said that she was going to be late.
Oh?
Well, the poor girl has so much to do now. I mean, talking to the minister and making all the arrangements.
I'll bet.
Oh, good evening, Dr. Putnam.
Hello, Stella. I'm sorry I missed the meal you prepared. I'm sure it was delicious, as usual.
Oh, well, Dr. Quartermain's still in the dining room having coffee. Why don't you join her? I'm sure I can find something for your supper.
I'll take you up on that. Excuse me. Maybe Monica will enjoy dining with me. My fiancée obviously doesn't.
Am I imagining things, or is there something not quite right between Grant and Celia?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Why, dear?
Sort of runs in the family, Mother. Quartermain women are notorious. You never know what to expect, do you?
Whoa. What's going on here? Spring cleaning?
Unintentionally, the water pipe broke in the upstairs well and everything's flooded.
Oh, that's great. Where's Rose?
She's upstairs with Martha. They got some people from the dock to help out.
Does that mean we can't go upstairs?
Unless you brought your galoshes. Your room and my studio were completely saturated.
Oh, that's great. What happened? Did Grant find out about our little evening get-together and started wanting to dampen the whole thing?
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
I'd rather be upstairs with you.
Jimmy Lee, this is not going to work out with us. Something always comes between us and something always will.
Yeah, you're right. A little thing like your fiancé.
No, it's not just him.
You're right. It's not just him. It's you. Or are you happy with this arrangement? I mean, how do I fit into the picture anyway? Every time you get the itch, I scratch it for the next 20 years of your happily married life?
Stop it.
No, you stop it. If you want it to work for both of us, You gotta stop this idea about the stupid marriage, you know. Or we will be sneaking around. You can't have it both ways, you know. You make up your mind and take a stand. And I mean take a stand now. The suspense is killing me.
Good evening.
What the?
Glad you could make it.
Now, my service said that I was supposed to come over to this address. Now, I figured the cops were on my back again.
No, it's just me. I left the message.
Why?
To get you over here, of course.
What's going on, Heather?
Come on in and find out. Welcome home.
What?
Not bad, huh?
Me and you here? This place doesn't give you the creeps?
Come on, Scotty. It was the only place available. I called on every apartment for rent listed in the paper, and nothing. This is the best I could come up with. I mean, they want a fortune for even the teeniest place.
What made you think about this place?
Desperation. I'm so glad it came to me. I thought, what do people in New York do when they want to get an apartment?
You bribe somebody.
No, after that, they look in the obituary column. They find out who kicked the bucket on Fifth Avenue the day before, and they go and steal the apartment.
You're an ambulance chaser, you know that.
Well, whatever works. How you like the place?
Well, you know, I must admit, I always did like Ann's apartment. Where it was done and stuff, you know?
All the furniture goes with it. Somehow the manager got possession of the furniture, too.
You know, you're really something.
Does that mean yes?
That means yes. Job well done, Heather.
Well, there's something I've got to talk to you about. I think it's going to need some work here.
Well, listen, I'm going to be tied up for a couple of weeks.
Well, I thought we'd start in the bedroom.
Well, you know what I always said, nothing like a little in-home maintenance once in a while.
No, follow me.
Lead the way.
Hello.
What's this?
Welcome home present.
Thank you. They're lovely.
Yeah, well, I finished work at the office, and I figured that I'd come back here. You know, after I'd done that luncheon, I went back to headquarters.
How was that?
I was all right. The big news is that I think we've cracked this robbery.
Congratulations.
That's not what I want to talk about.
Oh?
I've missed you. I've been waiting for this day to end so that I could just get back here and pick up our discussion that we had this morning. You know, when you walked in through that door and kissed me, I was floored. I've been thinking about it all day. And I came to a conclusion that you must have figured a few things out up there. You've made your mind up, I think. Am I right? You know, Holly. Hey, look, we're supposed to be talking here, you know? About us, you and I. This decision I think you made up in the mountain, am I right?
Yes.
Well?
Let's just leave things exactly the way they were.
Tonight, Janet and Terry help Jack make hash of a scheming cook's plan on Three's Company. Then the women give a performance the brass will never forget at the company talent show on 9 to 5. After a mysterious couple takes over the house next door on Heart to Heart. Saturday, be there with ABC Sports' live exclusive coverage of the 109th Kentucky Derby. Will Preacher push Jody into a relationship she can't handle? Watch The Edge of Night following FYI with Hal Linden next on ABC.